Joining me right now, I have Beverly Salatino from Wescan Optical, and you've brought down a great selection of men's and ladies' frames. We're going to talk about men's first. We'll talk about the women's one later on in the show. Now, what are the trends in eyewear? Because it's not just that you need them to see anymore.
No.
People are using them as a fashion accessory.
Absolutely, especially over the last couple of years. Eyewear has really come to the forefront in fashion. And people are really playing up their style and using their eyewear to define their style and help define their style. As we're seeing a lot of changes, especially in men's.
Okay.
They're becoming bolder. We're seeing a little bit more color, a lot more texture. And men, just like women had been starting over the last couple of years, are really starting to enjoy wearing glasses.
Right, because for a while there, you didn't really want to show off that you were wearing glasses. You wanted them to be pretty invisible, kind of blend into your face. But now, I mean, something like what you're wearing is really bold, colorful, looks great. And I know that, you know, it can be a bit tough to choose a frame because the shape of your face will affect it, and it's not that one frame will look good on everyone.
Yeah, the key when you're looking for a frame is go opposite to your face shape. So if you have a round face shape, look for something that's angular. It will elongate your face.
Okay.
For women, always look for something with an upsweep because it will bring up your cheekbones.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
And always look at colors that will complement your skin tone, your hair tone, and bring out your eyes.
Okay, and it can really change the way you look. So for example, we actually have someone in studio, and we have, so we have Chris, and this is his before shot. These are the glasses he had. He liked them. They look fine on him.
They look great.
No, Chris, not a bad choice at all, but you know what? We could definitely change up his look, and this is what we've got now.
The thing with Chris is when we first met, he liked his glasses, but he had been wearing them for the last couple of years and wanted something different.
Right.
So one of the biggest trends in men's eyewear right now is plastic. So, and sort of the geek chic Clark Kent look. So we found
a pair. A bit of a geek chic there, Chris.
We found a pair of Avatic frames. They have texture on the side, so if you see the temple, it's a little bit beveled.
Yeah, Chris,
really,
you want to turn to the side
nice.
just a little bit, and we can
And
see
if
that.
you look right over here, you can see a carved out, so it adds a little three-dimension to the frame. The coloring is a gray, so it's not too dark and not too light.
Yeah.
And it highlights it really complements his hair and his skin tone.
Now, even let's show another frame on Chris, perhaps, just to show how different that can change up his look.
One of the other frames that Chris really liked is this other frame from Avatic. It's combination stainless steel front and TR90, which is a really lightweight plastic temple.
Right.
Really, really light frame on. Again, the eye shape is one of the newest, trendiest looks. It's a little bit retro, and the temple with the stripe incorporates the color and the pattern that we're seeing a lot in eyewear, and it gives it a bit more of a sportier look.
Right, I like those. I like those a lot on him.
They look great.
And the dark color too suits him as well, right?
Yeah, we tried on a couple of lighter colors on him, and it really washed him out. And nowadays, especially with the styling, you don't want people to only notice your frames.
Okay.
But you know, if you're going to wear them with pride, and they should really complement your style, your clothing, and what you do.
Now, for most people, you know, glasses are a bit of an investment, and that may be why some people shy away from the color or something they may think is too trendy. So if you choose something, I guess you want to go with classic, but you want something that's kind of fun too.
And I think there's so many trends out there that you can find something that's perfect for you, and in the end, you need to love your glasses.
Right.
So if you don't like them, it doesn't matter what the salesperson says, or your wife, or your husband, or your girlfriend. In the end of the day, it needs to be who you are.
Okay, all right, perfect. Well, we've got some great women's eyewear that we're going to talk about later on in this show as well, so thank you for that. We're taking a quick break here on Breakfast Television, and we'll see you after this.
Yeah, just to get to the truth, I can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch.
All right, welcome back to Breakfast Television, and back with me, of course, we've got Beverly Salatino from Wescan Optical, and we're talking about eyewear trends, and they've really changed, well, since I was a kid and started wearing glasses at the age of 10 years old, because in front of us we've got some of, I guess, what's popular now, a lot of color.
Tons of color. It used to be brown, gray, silver, gold.
You wanted something neutral. You didn't want it to stand out.
That's right. Now, especially in ladies' frames, it's all about color, it's all about pattern, it's all about texture. For example, this fish frame, the temples are wild. it's sort of like that Pucci-esque type of
that's
pattern.
really fun.
And wild color. The front, we always try and make it a little bit more neutral, a little bit cleaner, so all the interest is on the temple. So you turn to the side and you get that wow.
You get a little flash of
That's
something.
right.
Because I'm even noticing, like here, this is another great example.
Yeah.
These are great.
You know, we're
Love these.
seeing oranges and lime greens and turquoise, both as base colors and accents.
So people aren't afraid to put colored frames on their faces anymore. And let's touch upon the use of makeup for women.
Yes.
Because when you wear glasses, sometimes your eyes can sometimes appear a little bit smaller. You need to bring out the attention a bit, don't you?
You know what? It goes two ways, because sometimes, depending on your prescription, your eyes look bigger.
True.
So you need to make sure that the type of makeup and how you're applying the makeup makes sense with your prescription, that you're not overdoing it if your eyes are magnified, and you're not underdoing it when your eyes appear smaller. The other thing that's very important is your brow. You always make sure you have a clean, well-defined brow, because it basically shapes your face and it shapes your glasses.
Okay, well, let's take a look at an example. Now we had Brooke, who, and this is her before photo, the frames that she had. I don't think they look too bad on her.
No, you know what? The shape is nice. The size is great.
Yeah.
It's the color. There's no color. It's a silver frame. She has
Okay.
blonde hair. She has very light complexion, and it just sort of blends. It's just there.
Right. And so now we have an after of Brooke with some makeup on, and also she has these are really gorgeous frames. They've got a lot of color on them. And so you did do her makeup as well, doing what you said to do, kind of
That's
make your
right.
eyes pop a little bit,
That's
groomed
right.
her eyebrows a little.
That's right. And what this is a fish frame. It's a two-tone double laminate acetate frame. So it's brown on the outside. The top layer is brown with an ice blue on the inside, and then it's carved on the side, so the pattern, the blue shows out from the brown pattern on the side, and the color really brings out the color of her eyes. The blue brings out her eyes, and the brown is a really nice warm tone with her skin and her hair.
Now let's try on a different frame on Brooke, because I know there's a couple of options there.
Yes.
Now tell me how you came to choose the shape of these frames
I
for
looked
Brooke
at,
as well.
she has a round face, and so what I did is I took something a little bit more elongated in terms of the shape, a little bit more angular, that had an upsweep. So it elongates her face. The angular shape will elongate her face, and the upsweep will bring out her cheekbones.
And what do you mean by an upsweep? Because I think cat's eye when you say upsweep, so I don't quite know what that means.
An upsweep is just a little bit, it goes a little bit
narrow?
up, a little bit up here. It doesn't have to be too much of a cat eye. You can have a very gradual upsweep versus this frame, which is quite angular at the bottom, a little bit more rectangular.
Right.
So if you have a round face, stay away from straight lines here.
On the bottom?
At the bottom.
Okay, so you don't want a perfectly
You
straight
don't
line
want
here if you
perfectly
have a
straight.
round
That's
face.
right. You want something a little bit more elongated and a little bit.
And I
up
love
up
these
the
because they're pink. Is it pink and black?
They're actually purple and pink. It's more
they're
of a
purple and
cranberry.
pink.
Right now, berry tones are really,
So
really
we've really
popular.
changed things up for Brooke, because the glasses she had were very neutral, and then now we're putting some very bold colors on her.
Yeah, this is another fish frame. She really loved the pattern, the two-tone pattern of the first frame. So we found something a little bit similar, but that has a metal front. Purple right now is one of the hottest colors for frames. It's sort of like the little black dress.
Right.
Everyone
you can take it
can wear-
everywhere.
Exactly. Everyone's wearing purple and berry tones because it's really warm on most skin tones, and it gives a little bit of color. And what was funny, when Brooke first tried on her glasses, she went from really, really neutral. She put on color and went, wow, I never thought I can wear color. I love this. And that, I think most women are finding that out, is that they're no longer afraid of color and figuring, okay, do I have to match it with my clothes? They're just going with it and having fun with it.
And there's also not that fear anymore that color is only in for this year. Color's been in for a while, and you can definitely wear it for a few years.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for that. Thank
My
you
pleasure.
also, Brooke, for being a great model, being a good sport. And thanks for coming down and bringing
Our
all of these
pleasure.
great frames to show off. We're taking a break here at Breakfast Television. A lot more coming up after this.